really like the look of the trail. I'm on 3 wheels. This is a big problem. Well, almost just died. Come on, motherfuckers. I'm also just rereading the description of the place, and the locals call this Camino Fatal. So, death road. Good to know. I'm gonna share my whole entire experience getting stuck, having to turn around, being alone, rain season, etc., etc. This is the original check-in. Beautiful 2-leveled waterfall with pool in the middle top section. The first level is easy accessible with any vehicle, but the second level is only for skilled rig. Very steep and extremely rocky, sharp turns through a riverbed, then high up like a rocket to the sky. Road with humps and dumps. We took the road from San Jose. The locals call it Camino Fatal. Death road. Blah, blah. Let's get into my experience. Just incredible. The drive started out really beautiful and the road was in pretty decent condition until it wasn't. So many random parts of the road started to become these loose, chunky rock, which is not pleasant.
You can't see the road, but it's pretty rugged.
Oh, we're getting so much closer. That's the waterfall. This is the part here that goes down and around and up. So this is the part where you come down. Ooh, yummy mud. This all used to be nice rocks, this whole thing, but it's all washed away. Besides the big chunky rock, it's quite steep, and this area specifically is inclined so that you would maybe slide down the mountain. Not ideal, but not the worst. You can see here, there's a lot of washouts. The road is not that wide at a lot of these points, and this just drops. I mean, I could stand here. This is at least 6 feet down. It's really difficult to tell on the video. Okay. Oh look, somebody broke their taillights and stuff. Okay, so as you come up here, you can see somebody definitely burned a bit of their tire here, but there's no actual treads. Everything is everybody spinning their tires to get up here. I think if I was lighter and had a little more power, I could get up here. This feels like Jeep things. Well, I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really like the look of the trail. It looks like somebody had quite a difficult time getting out of here. It is a little bit of mud, which isn't bad, but it's so steep. That's the problem, and it's gonna rain. And also, while walking the trail, Porter thought it would be a good idea we made that part. Porter thought it would be a great idea to walk the trail with me, and he just got completely full of mud. This is not looking very great, I'm not gonna lie. I should have walked further. Shit. I really don't think I'm gonna be able to get up that. I have tried a few times, so now I'm reversing carefully down, and I need to figure out how I'm going to turn around to get out of this spot, because like these are the drop-offs, and it's starting to rain. I think I can fit carefully here. I don't like this at all. I'm feeling so stuck, but there's enough room for me to back out or do like a Y turn. I just don't feel great about it because the truck is sliding so much. I'm on 3 wheels. This is a big problem. It's okay. This is not okay. Porter, get out. All right, folks, good news, bad news. Good news is I get to use my Max Tracks for the first time. Bad news is when I walked completely around the truck to assess the situation, problem number 1, the passenger rear tire is hanging off the side of the road. Lovely, lovely. Problem number 2, the driver front tire is lifted off the ground by about 2 inches. So I'm kind of teetering on 2 wheels. Not the best. Kind of a weird feeling to dig under the driver tire even more, but I really wanted to make sure the Max Tracks were pinned as much as possible between the tire and the ground. Come on! Okay. Whew. So I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. We just did about a 17-point turn. That was super sketchy, but we made it. It's good. Do you see how flushed I am? It's very humid for one, and now I'm extremely dehydrated because my adrenaline is pumping, using all my energy, all while the sound of thunder is taunting me in the background. So I know this doesn't look that crazy, but the way in was kind of quite a pain, and there's just a lot of these huge drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 huge drops. There's 6 drops, 3 for each tire. But by the time the back tires drop, oh my god, my throat is dry. By the time the back tires drop into the final ground, the front tires are already in mud and we're going up and to the left. So I'm really not looking forward to this. So I'm gonna actually move a couple of rocks around to hopefully ease the steps, and I'm just gonna give her. Everything always looks so much easier on video, and I definitely know I did not do a great job filming this event for entertainment. I was just trying to get Porter and I out of this situation safely. For example, the rock that I just dropped at its thickest point was 10 inches. And here I'm just trying to move things around so that I can have an easier path to get out. I ran out of pretty big rocks that I could physically move, so I thought maybe I could just lay these Max Tracks down and that would cover this drop here that was about 10 inches down, so I could keep my momentum to get up and out of here. I also really wondered if some little front wheel drive Toyota car was going to come cruising through here at any moment. And there she is, in all her glory, walking barefoot, in a sundress, happy. Porter and Ashley did not roll down a mountain on this very random but normal Wednesday afternoon for the two of them. Going to sleep good tonight. That was fun. Stressful. I'm not gonna lie. It was stressful only because of the circumstances. I am alone. I could not get up. I think if I could have gotten up to the camp spot, I could have been fine. But, oh, so much mud and bare feet. Nice job, Ashley. But you know, everything happens for a reason. And like I said, the thunder is taunting me. So, possibly, if I would have made it up, coming down and out would have been way worse. Okay, I have a lot to do now. I have to clean things up and set up camp. Oh my god, there's a disaster in here. Everything is all over the place. I'm so sweaty. I'm so thirsty. Come on, motherfuckers, just go. Thank you. Okay, thankfully we're just going to the top of this hill, which is like 100 meters. Got to use my Max Tracks for the first time. That was exciting, and the truck got out pretty unharmed, I think. I don't know, we will take a peek. Also, the reason why it took me so long in between moving the rocks and getting into the truck is because I was airing down the tires just a little bit. Honestly, I could have dropped them down way lower than I did, but the thunder is taunting me, which kind of made the entire situation a lot more stressful for me because the rain that we drove through to get here was flash floods. So I don't know if it's the same storm system. I don't have any cell connection to check the weather. Obviously, there was no time in the matter to like boot up Starlink and get a weather forecast. I'd rather stay focused on what needs to be done and get out. We're on safe ground now, and if there is a flash flood that comes right now, we're actually in a really good position. Yeah, this is actually a really good spot. There's nothing that really would like come down to us. As you can see behind me, like this is all nothing. If anything, the best thing for me to do would be to move forward so I don't go down. But yeah, we'll check the forecast now that we're parked and set. Get Starlink up. It's already up, but I will check the forecast. Everything actually looks to be to this direction, and hopefully it stays in that direction. The flash floods that we drove through earlier were very short-lived, 5 minutes, which, I mean, 5 minutes can do a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but we have enough food and water to camp for easily 4 days. I have like 4 liters of wine, so I'll just drink that instead of water. No, I'm kidding, but it's gonna rain. We can collect rainwater if we really need to, and obviously there's a waterfall here, so we can get water from that and then use our life straw if need be. Look at me doing some contingency emergency planning. I don't think it's gonna be necessary. It feels dramatic at the moment, but yeah, I will check the forecast. Porter, probably no. Come on, don't go on that. Oh my god. Okay, I swear the people that got up here, they had to be in something like a 4Runner or a Fortuner. I just don't know. Something with a rooftop tent. I'm really disappointed that I wasn't able to make it up. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, there's more clouds coming. Everything's closing in on us. Okay. What do you think, Porter? You did a good job, bud. Welcome back. So I tried, I failed, and I did not make it. I'm not going to be stressed about it because, as I said earlier in the video, everything happens for a reason. So if you're considering taking this four-wheel drive death road trail in Panama, I want to read some of the recent reviews with you. And I did put a warning on the map in iOverlander. I wrote all caps, stop here and walk the trail. The next part of this trail can be extremely dangerous for trucks with a lot of weight. There are currently two parts of the trail that are washed out more or less. And I put this pin right before you go down into the mud because once you go down into that area, if you are a bigger rig, it's going to be quite a challenge to get back up out. My truck is 6 meters long, about 18 feet. And it took me at least 10 times, like going back and forth to turn around to get back up and out. The original creator of this campsite rechecked in. I did not check into the campsite because I didn't make it. I only added the warning, and I'm not really sure if they went back to the campsite. I'm assuming from the photos that I'll share with you, and they start the recheck-in off by PS, so I'm gonna assume they didn't go back, but this is what they said. P.S. We are kind of sad that somebody with a different driving experience says this is not doable with heavy cars. We did it with a Land Cruiser 200, which is not the smallest overlanding vehicle, 4.2 tons. But the point is, because of these kinds of comments, some of you stop experiencing and adventuring the country. We uploaded a photo of the sketchy part. We let you decide. Here are the photos of the sketchy part. So as you can see in their photo, the rocks are still there, making it a better path to get up the trail. As you can see in my photo, there are no rocks. Obviously, some type of flooding, rain season has destroyed this trail. And I just want to be kind of transparent. Here's like, I don't know these people. I've never met them online in person, but this is probably the third or fourth time that they've checked in again to somewhere that I have been where they disagree with my experience. And it's pretty weird and it's uncomfortable because I learned that with iOverlander, you can click on somebody's username and see everywhere that they've been. So I'm no longer contributing and adding or checking in because I'm alone on the road and I just really don't need to invite any type of that into my life. So let's get back to the good stuff. This is the third check-in, I guess it would technically be. World Safari. This report is correct, not advised for big rigs. Road is very steep, 30% plus gradient. Rutted, rocky challenge is doable with well-equipped off-road 4x4. An experienced driver, winch is a bonus. We are 10,000 kilograms. Overland truck did not feel the risk was worth it. We approached from south-southwest, turned around at the bottom of the hill. Next check-in is dive and drive. Absolutely beautiful, no question. Unfortunately, the road truly seems impassable during rainy season. We were here with a Troopy and a Ford Ranger and did not make it all the way, 1.5 km before the spot. Even though we love off-roading, too deeply washed out and slippery, but try again in the dry season. Bring a shovel and some extra time just in case. So it sounds like maybe they had a little adventure and got stuck because they made the little comment about bring a shovel and some extra time just in case. And I want to know, it's kind of said, when I read that sentence of, even though we love off-roading, they felt like they really needed to justify that they couldn't make it with both of their vehicles because the original creator left that check-in basically saying people are sad and pathetic if they can't make it up this trail, and then you're ruining it for everybody else when you share an honest experience. It's just kind of weird. It is what it is. But just definitely a reminder, when you are going on these four-wheel drive trails that are really remote, you need to check the warnings, you need to stop and walk the trail and just stay safe. It's not worth it all of the time, and we're overlanding to see beautiful places and to complete the entire trip in one piece, both human and home on wheels. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll check you in the next episode. Ciao!
I just do not feel good. I just had a little vomit.